I've come to realize that letting go of your manifestation, of your desire, is another narrative, another belief system, right? BS, another belief system that's holding us back from being free and sovereign beings. What I mean by that is that many people are watching videos on YouTube on how to let go. But what if we just let go of the whole idea that we need to let go to begin with? Because it's a belief system. Everybody's projecting this idea and putting out content on that we need to let go of our manifestation and then it will manifest, which is a big fat lie. It's not the truth. The truth is you can manifest in any state, right? You can be whoever you want and still manifest. There are plenty of people that are able to manifest when they're not in a high vibrational frequency, right? And I'm sure you have in your life too. Let me know in the comments if you have manifested stuff into your life when you're not really feeling good, and you're not really feeling positive or whatever it is, right? You don't necessarily have to feel positive in order to manifest. That is a narrative. And so if you believe that I need to let go before something's going to show up in my life, that's what you will experience, because that's what the law of attraction says. Your wish is my command. You get what you believe. So if you believe that not letting go will manifest my thing, that's what you'll experience, because that's what the law of attraction says. Your wish is my command. And so we create all of these stories and narratives around letting go, and I need to believe in myself and I need to think more positive. What if we just dropped all of those beliefs completely, those ideas and concepts completely, and get rid of the narrative and really experience who we really are? Who are we beyond our thinking? Because all of that letting go is all the mind, right? It's the ego, it's our thinking. And thinking is limited. That's why we have limiting beliefs. And limiting beliefs are always going to hold us back, right? They're always going to be there. They're always going to hold us back. There is pretty much no space in the ego for there to be no limiting beliefs, right? It's always going to be there. So why don't we just transcend the idea of identity shifting and reprogramming the subconscious mind and, working towards shifting our emotions, trying to be in a positive state, using the vision boards and the techniques and the strategies? Why don't we transcend all of that and come back to who we really are? So I realized that I'm playing around in my mind and mentally masturbating on my desired reality, and I have to let go and I have to be in this perfect ultimate state. And once I'm there, yes, I'm going to manifest, right? I would stretch to these ideas of how I would see myself and having my self-image be entirely perfect. And I'm just poised, perfect, confident Gavin. And once I'm there, oh yes, I got the identity now to manifest my reality. I have the state that is better than who I am right now. And so now I'm going to manifest my reality. Can you imagine what happens when we do that? Right, to our self-esteem, when we say, okay, this version of myself is better than my current version of myself, right? Who said that, right? Who said that this positive, perfect state version of yourself is better? It's not better. It's just different, because everything is energy. Everything is equivalent, right? If we are saying that I am better than another person, right? It's then judged, right? If I say I'm better than you, right? You would judge me instantaneously. You're not better than me. No one's better than no one, right? Everybody's equal, right? Everybody, it doesn't matter how they're being. We are all equal human beings, right? So why would we create an unequal part of ourselves, an identity that I'm stepping into, and that is somehow the greatest version of myself or the better version of myself? Okay. And then we're trying to become this version of ourselves, and we're realizing I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. And it just creates suffering, right? In your ego, in your mind. And it can hurt when you're not reaching your goals and not manifesting your reality. And I know exactly what that feels like because I was constantly on this perpetual wheel of trying to become the greatest version of myself, trying to be this great man in society and all this stuff. And I've began to realize that actually who I am right now is perfect. Right? All of my flaws, all of my doubts, all of my fears, all of my anxieties, all of my red flags, right? We all have red flags, right? Is perfect. I'm perfect the way I am right now. I do not need to change who I am, okay? In order to manifest my reality specifically. Now, can I make changes to myself? Yes, but where is it coming from? Is it coming from a state of lack, which is nothing wrong with that, by the way? Is it coming from a state of lack where I'm like, I don't like this aspect of myself. I need to change it. Change it for who and for what and why? Because society said to, because I need to fit in, because my parents said to do it. What is the reason behind it? It's all BS, right? It's all belief systems and narratives. It's all the illusion, right? And so what I'm saying is I discovered that the best way to approach the best way, right? To approach reality is to step back into who you really are. Who are you? Beyond your mind, beyond your ego, beyond your feelings, beyond your emotions, beyond your belief systems, your identities, your personality. Who are you beyond all of that? Right? And what I realize is we are source. We are God. We are Christ consciousness. We are enlightenment. We are samadhi. We are all that is. And there's no separation between me and whatever I want to manifest. It's energy. It's equal. It's not on a pedestal. It's not something that's big or better or that life is better than this current life, right? Now, I'm saying this from a place of understanding I grew up in a ghetto, right? I grew up in London, Tottenham in the UK. Don't know if you know Tottenham Hotspurs. Tottenham was a very, very rough area when I was growing up. It's gotten better now, but that's where I grew up, right? And when I was there, I thought the life that I have had now or the life that I dreamed of was better, right? That's the narrative that I was spinning, that is better. But looking back on it, right? Knowing where I am now, being in Bali, Indonesia, being able to travel all over the world, being able to help my clients transform their lives, being able to make passive streams of income, being able to do all this beautiful stuff, I realized it's not better, right? It's not better. It just is. That life is the same as this life. It's just a different train of thought, right? Had I been thinking like I am now, back then, right, I would be okay. We want our life to change because we want to change how we feel. It's not the life it's not the life that's the problem. It's how you see life that is the challenge. And so if you see life in a certain way, whilst I was in the ghetto, so to speak, right? If I saw my life as I see it now, right? Number one, I would manifest it because that's the space that I'm operating from. But I would no longer have this like discord, this kind of disconnect or wanting, seeking, desiring to manifest this ideal reality, right? I would be whole and complete where I'm at. I wouldn't be the Gavin that's like, I'm dyslexic, I'm ADHD, I didn't do well in school, I'm uneducated, why would people listen to me? All of these narratives and stories and BS and belief systems. I would accept me for who I am. I'm this guy, I'm this person, and I'm whole and complete where I am and where I stand right now. And I don't need to become someone in society in order to please or appease them. And at the same time, so I can now feel good. I can just now feel good in myself where I stand right now. And that's what I've realized. Now, it might be difficult for the ego to be like, oh, no, it's not the same, Gavin. This life is better and all this stuff. This is also the narratives of the ego, Remember, we are still thinking here. We're still on the level of thinking. And so what I'm saying is to come out of the thinking completely, right? What I'm saying is to transcend all of this thinking stuff and all this emotional stuff and all this belief system stuff and this identity stuff, right? What if we identified with being source? What if we was just living as God, living as the universe, living as source, living as who we really are? Because we are energy, right? We're made up of energy. That is who we really are. And what is energy? Some people will call energy God, the universe, whatever name or label you want to put on it. And so if we realize who we really are and we begin to operate from presence, operate from that state, we are one with everything and we no longer need to let go, right? We no longer need to do any of this stuff. If you're someone that would like to get daily reminders of staying in presence, you can subscribe to my Practicing Presence newsletter, where I'm going to be sending you emails every day on how to stay in presence or reminders to stay in presence. Okay, I'll see you there.